The Liceo Vittoria Colonna is located in the historic center of the city of Rome, located between Campo dei Fiori and Largo Argentina. Near our school there are historical sites that can be easily reached on foot, such as Piazza Navona, Pantheon, Colosseum, Piazza del Popolo, Via del Corso and Piazza Venezia. Our school counts approximately 950 students.
Our school is called Vittoria Colonna to commemorate the prestigious figure of one of the most representative and cultured women of our Renaissance. Our school in 16th and 18th centuries was the first Roman home of the Barberini family. The Casa Grande in Via dei Giubbonari was bought in 1581 by Monsignor Francesco Barberini, who had moved to Rome from Tuscany.
Since 1584, in fact, he had made his nephew Maffeo, orphan of his brother Antonio, come to Rome in order to let him complete his studies and start an ecclesiastic career.
In 1600, when Monsignor Francesco died, Maffeo, who was already a domestic prelate of His Holiness, inherited the Casa Grande. In 1644, when Pope Urban VIII died, the building was sold to Antonio Barberini, Maffeo's uncle.
In 1606, Matteo Barberini became a cardinal, and he wanted to change his house due to his prestige. He bought a second house next to the old one, and he expanded the building in Via dei Giubbonari. We can still see his personal chapel with the signature of Barberini family. In this building there are also some paintings by Caravaggio. Then Matteo Barberini became Pope, named Urban VIII, and he moved to the Vatican. His brother, called Charles, continued to live in Via dei Giubbonari.
In Casa Grande, the architect Francesco Contini built an elegant atrium. Originally it was adorned with twin columns of black granite, but they were moved to the Vatican Museums at the beginning of the 19th century. For this, they were replaced by columns of travertine. The busts of the Barberini are still visible in a wooden ceiling of a room on the main floor and on corner pillars towards Via dei Giubbonari. In those years was also built the Altana, which characterizes the facade of the palace on Piazza del Monte.
The new owner has dedicated itself to the accommodation of the ground floor. He picked up 300 paintings. In 1734, the Casa Grande was sold to Cardinal Francesco. He took a change to the structure. The name of the school is reported to the institutional of the school to remember one of the most important women of the Renaissance.
In the atrium of the institute, they can see the inscription Qui si pigliaro arge, as a reminder of when the building was used as a pawn shop. In 1759, the Casa Grande was sold by the Carmelitani to the Monte di Pietà, which already had its headquarters in the large building on the square of the same name. The building was enlarged towards Via dei Pettinari to house the offices of the Monte, and then an unreal arch was built to connect the two buildings. The architect Nicola Giasimoni designed and built a new atrium and a monumental staircase. The atrium has an oval plan and is covered by a cross vault flanked by two semicircular vaults. The openings are constituted by chambers of light originating from a large valve of classical origin. Two architraves, columns, and leaf in the lower part, like the four diagonal splayed passages.
The entrance was then from the courtyard, behind which was accessed from an alley that has now disappeared because then incorporated into the palace. A portrait of the Marchioness Vittoria Colonna is currently in the room of the Institute's presidency.
On the two main arches we read, "Here you take gold and silver and bank of deposits." The stair as Biro. After the unification of Italy, the headquarters of the Monte di Pietà was scaled down, passed to the Savings Bank of Rome, and the Casa Grande hosted the first normal female school of Rome, established in 1862.
Only in AD 83 the school received the name of Vittoria Colonna, the poetess of the 16th century muse inspiring Michelangelo.